What are the benefits of the floor press versus the traditional bench press for those working out at home?
When I was trying to get to a 400-pound bench press, I never got there. I got up to, I think, 365 or something like that. But it did increase my bench press. It did get me. The benefits that I saw from the floor press were this: it negates the leg drive, so it's all upper body pressing.
Right, isolates it.
Yeah, people don't realize that when you do a bench press, when you're maximizing your strength, there's a lot of leg drive that's involved. It's just activating those legs. When you're on the floor, you can't. If you do, you end up lifting your hips off the floor. So it's all upper body. It also forces you to pause at the bottom and focus on lockout. Lockout is the top of a bench press. And for strength athletes, so floor presses are super popular with power lifters. It's a staple exercise for powerlifters.
Quite as much. The lockout for me was never really the issue. It was mainly like at the bottom portion of the lift that I struggled the most. But this is definitely one of those I see like powerlifters do a great.
I think this question is coming from somebody who isn't necessarily doing it because they're trying to find better benefits, but maybe because they have to because they don't have a bench.
Limiting range of motion is going to be my critique.
So, and it is. And so I don't see a lot of value for the floor press for most people, unless it's like a sticking point, a power lifter, and it's a very specific reason why you're doing this extra. And if you're asking this question because you don't have a bench, and so of course you get on the floor and you press, and so you're limited because of that.
I'd say the most carryover is to increase your bench press. Here's something else you want to keep in mind. I've heard people say, oh, it's safer on the shoulders. I have found it in myself to sometimes limit my scapular movement or mobility because I'm on the floor. Because I'm on a bench, my shoulders are a little wider than the bench, so my scapula can fall together a little bit. So pay attention to that.
And actually have you put the foam roll down your spine.
Or
and
a half foam roll.
Yeah, and bench off of that. Will flatten out your back and a lot of times promote the forward shoulder. So I would like to see that client on a foam roll over the floor.